So, welcome everyone. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of animal communication based on the video we have just watched. It turns out the animal kingdom is much louder and smellier than we might think. So, Dr. Finch, let's start with you. What stood out as the most critical information from the clip?
Okay, thank you for the question. For me, the most interesting takeaway was the categorization of communication into the distinct type, visual, auditory, tidal, and chemical. We often just think of noise, but the video highlights how producing the visual base are.
I love that concept of the branches. It's fascinating that animal physical color of shape like the deep sea jellyfish stunning color display is a form of passive communication. It doesn't have to do anything. It exists to send a message.
Bullshit. And that's this guy on the display got the video user Australian blue necklace lizard as a perfect example. It has to actively open its mouth and unfold that frill to look longer. It's a deliberate performance to say, "By God, it's dangerous."
Exactly, and we can ignore the chemical aspect. The video mentions us living sense trail of different messages, foods or health. That is a level of complex. Invisible messaging that humans simply can rely naturally.
That leads us perfectly into our next question. The video opens by saying animals don't communicate the same way humans do, but their necessity is the same. So, Lee, how do you see the major difference and similarities?
Well, the similarity are in the function that allows animal communication to survive, to find mate, identify themselves, and one of enemy. The video mentioned how one dog barked to the one of danger that are functionally identical to humans shouting, "Watch out!"
So that the method that we reverse, right?
Yeah, human communication is open and symbolic. We can discuss the past, the future, or attract concept. Animal communication, as shown in the video, is largely reactive and situational. A deer looking horn to show domination in the moment. It's likely isn't telling the other deer about the fight it had 3 weeks ago.
I was put back slightly on the reactive. The visual mentioned ultimately signals are adaptable. An animal can change the volume to avoid predator or signaling the mate that show a level of identification and strategy, even if it's not a grammar or in the human sense.
So, while humans have a complex language for storytelling, animals also have highly specialized tools like the chemical sense that are arguably more efficient for their specific needs.
Absolutely. If you are an art needing to summon the colony for help, a chemical phenome such as faster and clearer than a speech.
So let's talk about the feelings. We tend to anthropomorphize animals, but the video explicitly mentions emotion like anger or comfort. So Sarah, how does animal emotional expression compare to ours?
So it was really touching to see the example of the mother cat nuzzling her kitten. The video defines this as tactile communication used for comfort. This is incredibly similar to human. We hug, we hold hand, physically touch is universal language for bond and safety across the species.
And on the flip side, we saw aggression. The video used the dog ranking or the signal of anger. What's interesting is the honest and animal emotion. When that leader flare is flew and the deer lock horns, they are hiding and feeling. human emotion expression can be detected. We can smile and when we angry, and animals are usually much more direct.
Wow, good point. Their display the second visual time mentioned arrow emotion data. If a predator sees the result, there is no ambiguity. The emotion is a machine.
I think the similar lie in the physical response. The video noted that sound is good for long distance. When humans scream in fear or dog bark in anger, both are using high volume auditory signal to trigger an immediate reaction in other. We say that primal alert system.
So we have just about a minute left. If you had to summarize the complexity of animal communication in one sentence based on this video, what would it be?
I would say this is about survival through diversity and using it very tool available, from the scary thrill to the chemical trait.
I would say it's powerful and adapted even without word.
And I just say that deeply emotion and rooted in the same need for the connection that we have.
Fantastic insights. It seems that well, we might write book and they might leave sense trails. The goal is always the same: to be understood. Thank all for the discussions and
Never
thank
see
you
you
for
again.
listening.
Never see you again.